I'm Spencer. This is The Itch. We're here to review Star Fox Zero.
Zero for the Wii U.
Woo.
Woo!
All right, so this is a remake of the classic N64 game Star Fox 64,
Did it really need one?
which is a remake of the classic Super Nintendo Star Fox.
It's like remaking Inception.
Right.
It's like you didn't even do a second one. Like, what does it matter?
This game keeps all of the classic elements of the N64 game, which is that weird kind of branching story that can go a couple different ways.
Based off of on-rail shooting segments.
On-rail shooting segments. This one mixes a little bit more of an open world aspect to the levels, which is a pro or con depending on how you look at
I
it.
saw some of the boss fights.
And it keeps that arcadey style shoot 'em up kind of feel with, you know, bright red objects to shoot and targets that you want to hit.
And sort of the game's length.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
About 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Look at
so, this game features one major difference: Wii U gamepad control.
Did you?
If you wanted to control your Star Fox with this and a TV, then this is the game for you.
I want to control my Star Fox.
But if you're a normal person like me, I'm very normal. I found it to be a pain in the ass. This is the game's biggest weakness: is the controls.
Okay.
This game uses motion controls and gyroscope controls to aim. So you can actually move with both the left and right sticks. You move forward, backward, all that stuff, and then you thrust going forward, you brake pulling backwards, and you kind of glide, angling yourself with the other one.
Whoa.
You actually aim by monitoring like this. Now, if you can imagine how much fun that would be, it is not fun. For long playthroughs, it actually hurts your forearm. And I'm kind of swole, I'm not gonna lie. But even I had trouble with it. After 4 hours of fighting, you know, bosses and everything, it kind of drains on your arm. So
no amount of discovering yourself as a child is gonna prep you.
Yeah, right.
For this.
I was thinking I'd be ready for this, but turns out I'm not.
Nope.
So it's unfortunate because there's a lot of good things about the game too.
Like what?
Like I said, that arcadey progression. I needed to play this game to remind myself how much fun that is. When you're shooting like a red target that pops up, like the boss has like a red button that you got to hit.
Yeah.
We don't really get that anymore. We kind of moved past that in a lot of ways. But going back and playing through it that way, it was actually kind of fun. It was refreshing to see it like light up when I hit it. And
I can see some people seeing it as archaic, but at the same time, it's.
We need that every once in a while. We got too many games that are doing the other way. It's fun to
check out our Dark Souls 3.
It's kind of fun to explore with all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the game can break up into different vehicles as well.
Mm-hmm.
You have the tank, which has the best levels in the game, by the way.
Really?
There's levels where you take on like giant spider-like creatures.
Oh no,
and
spiders!
It is amazing. That game has an amazing sense of scale when it comes to those levels. You get a land walker kind of guy, almost like a chicken walker from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Those levels are awful. The controls are abysmal, and they should never exist. It was a disaster. Never, ever do that again.
10 out of 10.
Awful. There's a support character, so you can fly in it's like a gyrocopter kind of thing. Probably getting that name wrong, but you fly around and you get to look underneath you.
Gyroing.
And you get to drop a little robot onto the ground below you.
Yeah.
And when you drop that guy, you get to control him with your Wii remote.
Whoa!
And you solve little puzzles with it. I like what they're doing with it. Again, the controls when it relates to this, not good.
Yeah.
So anything that uses this Wii remote is completely hampered. And then, of course, it goes back to the R-Wing, which is just great. Flying in your jet, shooting shit out of the sky.
Just jetting it up, man.
Yeah. Graphically, this game is, I gotta say it, I think it's weak as hell. Okay. When you compare this game to other games that are coming out right now, it looks abysmal.
On the Wii U?
The Wii U, it looks pretty good. It looks okay for the Wii U. For all games, which this game retailed, this box was $60. So I need to hold up to the same standard as I hold up everything else. This game is weak as hell.
So's the box.
Nintendo usually excels by having good gameplay and a quality and good art style. This game did none of that. And so I was very disappointed graphically in this game. Sound-wise, they made a huge misstep by making the audio go through the Wii U controller instead of the TV. Whenever they're talking to you, they're actually talking to you on this. And this has a terrible speaker, and it drains the battery faster if you have the volume on. So if you're playing it without being connected to the wall, you're just going to drain it quicker than normal. I'm not sure why they would do that just as a gimmick. It seems like a lot of this is built around a gimmick of using this and just forcing me to use it.
Really?
Didn't want to.
Is that
some
Nintendo's
games do it,
entire policy?
Some games do it really well. Pikmin 3 did it really well. Mario Maker does it phenomenally. This was a disaster. Pros and cons. The pros are there are some levels that are amazing. The tank levels blew me away. If the whole game was that, I would love it. There's some R-Wing levels with dogfights that are really, really fun. This game handles dogfights really well because it has almost a Z targeting system like Zelda, but in space. So you can like follow him. It kind of looked like you ever see episode 2 in Star Wars where Boba Fett's shooting?
I've never seen any Star Wars.
Where Boba Fett's shooting Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
It's like it looks a lot like that, which is tight. Now the cons of the game are the controls are just a nightmare. Graphics need to be better this generation. They just need to be better, and the sound is kind of a disaster. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is a negative.
But it's the worst thing in the world.
But it's the worst thing in the fucking world. So would I recommend it? No, absolutely not. Don't get it. Also for health reasons, like my arm legit hurt. My forearm really did hurt when I was playing the last boss and dying to it constantly because of the controls forcing me to use the gyroscope. I was throwing a fit at how bad it was hurting me.
And this was on stream?
Yeah, this is on stream.
Damn it.
So
I went to sleep.
Absolutely, I don't recommend it at all. And the reason I say at all is because I know this game isn't going to go on sale below like $20. So I would recommend it for like 15 or $10 for an experience, but it's not going to get that cheap. So quite frankly, I just don't recommend it at all.
Damn.
Bummer. I'm Spencer.
And I'm surprised.
Thanks for watching.